Like and subscribe to my channel and click the bell icon to get new video updates.
Analysis: why Wall Street should like the Latin American left. No doubt investors in the financial markets feel justified in their fears about the new cohort of left-leaning leaders taking office across Latin America. They're freaking out about Gabriel Boric's agenda in Chile. They're resentful of Luiz Inácio Lula's plans there Silva for Brazil. They're wringing their hands over the business averse economic policies of Gustavo Petro in Colombia. Sure, Chile's Boric is working to overhaul not only the constitution, but also the private pension system, which has proven hugely lucrative for the financial sector. Lula has ambitious plans for public spending and rails against the high interest rates of the Brazilian central bank. Even the Mexican Andrés Manuel Lopez Obrador, who operates one of the strictest, most conservative macroeconomic policies in the world, makes left-leaning words on Wall Street about the role of the state in the energy sector and the like. Scared. But while clutching her pearls, mumbling Somali about the Bolshevik affinities of Latin Americans, the makers of global capital markets must acknowledge an uncomfortable fact. Many of the left governments of recent years across the region have certainly been decent stewards of their economies, no worse than their ideological enemies on the right. Despite COVID and all, the Merval stock index has more than doubled in dollar terms so far during Alberto Fernandez's presidency, a nice contrast to the 57% dollar loss over the 4 years, including right-winger Mauricio Macri. In the 12 years before that, under the Peronist governments of Nestor Kirchner and his wife Cristina Fernandez de Kirchner, the market grew by almost 600%. Something similar happened in Brazil, where the Bovespa fell 2.2% per year in dollars from 2019 to 2022 during the Jair Bolsonaro regime, and recouped most of the loss in the first few weeks of Lula's public education and social services like housing for the poor, ultimately improves society in ways that increase its stability, productive capacity, and purchasing power, the kinds of things that fuel the economy and raise stock prices. One of the reasons was that they didn't build the social safety net that underpins the most successful economies. The pro-market right hailed NAFTA as Mexico's ticket to the first world. She ignored that Mexico began this engagement with the modern economy, with half its workforce in the informal sector, and not even access to a meager pension, health insurance or unemployment insurance. Perhaps the greatest irony in Latin American history is that the left's policies have served the inner circle of domestic and foreign investors. With its few public companies controlled by sprawling consortia, the region's stock markets do little to fund productive investment.